Hello lovely people, my name is Emma and today I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour specifically for my fiction read shelves, which is going to also include my classics and my graphic novels towards the end. So I'm not going to, similar to my non-fiction bookshelf tour, which I'll link down below and in the cards, I'm not going to pull out every single book. I have zero interest in doing that. Editing that sounds like an absolute bitch. So instead I'm just going to do a general scan. I'll pull out some things that I think I want to talk about, and then if you see any that you want an individual review on or anything, please do leave them in the comments down below, and then I'll see if I can try and get to them at some point over the next few months. Now, Andy and I have indeed combined our shelves here, so whilst the percentage of books, like the ratio, is much more weighted towards me than it is the non-fiction is kind of 50-50 me and him. This one is overwhelmingly my content. You will see a fair number of books that are his, especially particular authors that he's a big fan of that are going to be in big chunks. So without further ado, let's jump in, and if you hang around till the end there will be a cameo from Miss Bunny as always. So let's see some books. Okay, the lighting's going to be awful and there's going to be a hell of a lot of moving things out the way. So we start at A, or actually we start at like a compilation of short stories, and then we move forward. I don't know who edited that, which is why it's there. I put my books in order alphabetically by author's surname, as you can see here. If you scroll through, it annoys me so much I don't have the hardback of this one because it looks so out of place with this trilogy. It's my little Pantone challenge, bowling on through to some more books, and then we continue through. This is one of my favourite embroidery pieces I've ever done, and then there are some more books. It's already incredibly tiring holding my arm up that high. Okay, move this thing out the way. That's the end of the Lady Trent Dragon series by Marie Brennan. I keep bowling through. The first of Andy's books I think has appeared. I didn't see any earlier. There might have been an Ian Banks, it's his as well. And then mosey on down. I need to vaguely get book 1 of this series. It's really weird only owning book 2. There's a 2 embroidery hoops so we can just get out of the way. I want to get different editions of these Raymond Chandlers. I really don't like the covers of these. I've got a much nicer cover for Playback, which is upstairs on my to be read shelf, and I want to get all of them the same cover, and then when I do they'll probably move to my like pretty classic shelves. That is like a constant battle I have between like where do certain books go, because some of them I feel like belong on the classic shelf because they're part of like a classic collection, and then others I'm like I don't know, because then the rest of the author isn't in that and I don't know whether they belong there or not. Like a good example is the Octavia Butler like earlier. There's a really pretty cover of Kindred, but everything else I have by her is less pretty, so where does it belong? That's Andy's one with bookmark. If any of them have bookmarks sticking out, they're his, or he's more recently read them because I do not use bookmarks. This is a wonderful mug that was bought for me and actually houses my scrunchies and hair ties for when I'm running late out of the house. We drop down a level. Ooh, just sat on a rabbit tree. That was deeply uncomfortable, sorry. Bit wobbly, and we sort of keep moseying on through. There's probably, yep, there we go. We start the Grishams, which are very much Andy's. Incredibly high amount of John Grisham's. Our very cute wicker bunny that we have to stop our real bunny from eating, which is why it's up on a shelf. I need to get the actual version of Humans that matches these as well. I love having matching covers. So Matt Haig has these like gorgeous designs, and this one is like the wrong design. Oh no, and I can't put it away. So yeah, I need to trade that up at some point. Do you do that? Have you ever bought a cover of a book that you already own because you wanted a different edition of it? Catch 22 is one of the few books where I actually have 2 covers of it. I've got, you'll see later, the Everyday library books, but this is one of the original covers, if not the original cover, and I think it's hideous, but I also think it's like such a like piece of almost like Americana, so I keep it. My fairly substantial collection of Joe Hill, who I do love. And then we drop down. Please ignore the Superdrug bag that has some frames in it that just don't have a place to live. So Andy's Redwall books. I never read them as a kid. He's got most of them still at his parents'. I don't know why we have 2 of the Redwalls there. And then moseying through my rather small collection of Stephen King. I'm not the biggest Stephen King fan. This book's actually really fun. The Memory Palace. It's part of like an art installation piece, and it's like got loads of funky illustrations, and it's almost like a dystopian future where we've lost a lot of technology, and it's all about like the physical and material in front of you, and like science is shunned and things. It's yeah, it's really cool. It's got gorgeous imagery there. So yeah, I might reread it one day. But interesting, I should talk more about it on my channel. There's my floor. And so that is the first bookshelf, which is in my living room. If I zoom out a bit so you can see properly. Okay, we're now in the kitchen with the white zigzaggy bookshelf that if I can find enough space I will zoom out and show you. So we're starting off at L and we're just going to continue to roll through. This is a really good book if you like Daisy Jones and the Six but you want an actual good book. This is a much better alternative. Moseying on through my George R.R. Martin collection. And then we go down across. These are two super cute little mugs that were painted. They were like presents from my mum and dad. And they were of our two bunnies, which is very cute for back when Zlatan was alive. He passed away last year, sadly. So we mosey on through. Cody McFadden's an excellent crime writer. You should check them out. My fairly impressive collection now of Walter Mercer. There's a lot of text there. I really enjoy it when hardbacks happen to line up, just by sheer fluke. And then, oh, at the end, if you wanted to see some of the artwork, this is a piece that my dad made. Little way through a bit. There's another one up here. In fact, there's another two tucked around here. He does ceramics. I think they're very cute. And then we mosey on down. Dinosaur mug. Hello. We keep on going. Great book. Ooh, my incredibly battered Northern Lights books. I really need to get some different versions of them. These have not been dusted in frickin' ages and are actually pretty gross. Apologies for the grossness, but this is a judgment-free zone. No one gets to judge my house other than me. Edge of a Hoover, naturally. Then the Harry Potters, staple of any bookshelf. Apparently we have the Casual Vacancy. Not read that one. I think that might be one of Andy's. We continue moseying through. To zoom out a little bit for some of the hardbacks. And then we drop down to the bottom shelf. Nothing particular to say about any of these. Wonderful. So I'll see if I can get a full shot. Probably can't. Probably quite difficult to, but like I don't know if you can see, they like zigzag across, which we really like. Oh, and then Andy has a few cooking book stuff up there and two boats. And then there's a shot of my grandma's embroidery. Right, let's go look at some classics, shall we? Ooh, wibbly wobbly. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of clattering behind me because I'm right by Miss Bunny's pen. This is my classics shelf. Also has graphic novels at the bottom, and it's on like an antique piece of furniture that I got from my grandparents, and I've like lifted the panels up, but I'll show you them down in a second. So we have the Penguin English Library paperbacks that I have all on one shelf. These are all of my either Red or DNF because I didn't actually finish that one, and they belong on one shelf, and then one day I'll finish that. That's a little bit that's come off. I need to reattach that. Then we drop down. Oh, sorry, my legs are hurting. I've got my ooh, wobbly, apologies. Collection of Everyman's libraries. Some of the Virago modern classics. I only seem to have Daphne du Maurier that I've actually read. My stack of John Wyndham's. A couple of the Alma classics, I believe is what they're called. One of the Virginia Woolf's that was commissioned. I've got a couple more that are unread on my shelf. A few of the Everyman Library poetry. Full confession, not actually read these. Too pretty to get rid of. My lovely leather-bound collection of Lord of the Rings, an incredibly old copy of Shadow the Sheepdog by Enid Blyton, and also some like Enid Blyton poetry. This one I have actually read, Falling Apart. Such old books. I think they were either my dad's or my grandma's or something. I've got a couple of plays, a couple of poetry collections there. And then we drop down, we have Andy's collection of Biggles. If you were a reader of Biggles, please do let me know in the comments down below. They are one of Andy's favourite books series from childhood. I've read One for One and a collection of short stories. They're not for me, but he absolutely adored them and has done many a reread actually in adulthood. And these are some of the, again, the like OG, I believe, covers. Then we go into my graphic novel collection. So yeah, those are there. I might have got rid of some actually, I think, or some got destroyed in a flood. I used to have far more back in the day. So yeah, so this is the kind of classics and graphic novel. So, and then what happens is, if you ignore the amount of rabbit fluff and dust on them, oh, I'm so stuck, they go behind these lovely little foldy bits. And if I can, it's right up against my rabbit's pen, because it's in our dining room area that's actually her indoor pen. I will see if I can give you a shot of the whole thing. My bunny is climbing my leg now. So yeah, so that's where that lives. And as you can see on top are some of her treats, and you guys can see me give her one, because she has been clawing at my leg, because she assumes that if anybody's over here for longer than like a millisecond, it must be to give her treats. Where have you gone? Where are you gone? Stop spinning around me. Where are you? Here. Right, there's one. You have the other one? Let me come down to your level. You got it. Is that nice? You say hello to lovely people? Yeah, you like cameras, don't you? You just love putting your nose in them. That is up mummy's skirt. It's a little bit cheeky of you. Yeah, there's no more food. So, yeah, that's about it. I think I said I'd do a fiction tour. I don't really know if people enjoy them or not, but you've seen it now. I'm not going to go do the unread ones upstairs. I have zero interest in climbing the stairs, basically, today. But that is all of the read fiction, more or less, in the house. Oh, it can't focus on you. Miss Bunny, you're all blurry. Where are you going? Okay, bye-bye. So like I said, that's it from me. That was just a tour of the bookshelves that I have downstairs for basically most of my read fiction and Andy's kind of collection fiction. If you'd like to see anything else in more detail, please do let me know in the comments down below. And have a wonderful reading week, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye!